Hey, what's happening, man? It's your boy Papa Duck. Y'all already know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, hit the notification so you're notified every time I drop a video. But share this video. Listen, I was watching Divorce Court, right? This is so important. I had to do a video about this. This is about cultures. There was a guy on there that was Haitian. You get what I'm saying? And there was a female that was on there. He was, they Divorce Court talking about this situation. Basically, she was saying that he's too controlling. And when they start getting into the actual relationship, she was basically saying he liked they wanted to have a wedding, but he wanted to have a Haitian wedding. He done had her come to their family functions, and he wanted her to interact with his mom and stuff while they're in the kitchen. She said, I just came to eat. I just came to eat. So it was cultural it was cultural conflicts, right, between the two. This is so important because as a culture, if you are stripped from your culture, you like a baboon, butt naked dog out here. You get what I'm saying? Culture is set in place to birth foundation into you, and especially your kids. See, the thing about it was when she was like, "Oh, I just came to eat," he was trying to get her to interact with her mom. You get what I'm saying? To be social. You get what I'm saying? To pick up some things from in the kitchen aspect, or just building a relationship. That's important when you're dealing with culture. Not only that, he wanted to have a Haitian wedding. And before y'all go to freaking out, she was Haitian too. See, I saved that little part for y'all, but the difference was he was more connected to his culture. And she was Haitian also, but she was more Americanized. So she's colonized. And I'm going to tell y'all, America don't have no culture. I told y'all, what is American food? Jamaicans eat curry chicken, oxtail, stewed beef. You get what I'm saying? Spanish people eat rice, beans, and, what do Americans eat? You know what American food is? American food is hot dogs, hamburgers, and French fries. Look it up. There's no culture here. These people strip us of our culture for a reason. Let me tell you something. I used to date a Haitian woman, right? When I tell you, rooted, and I'm not talking about no damn voodoo or nothing like that, because y'all think Haitians are the only ones that do voodoo. You come on, that's one of the big misconceptions. But anyway, when I say rooted, I mean she's very rooted to her culture. Don't you know this woman would actually bathe you? Real Haitian women that still had that culture in them. They would bathe you. I mean, lift your feet up, bathe under your feet, wash under your feet. And before y'all go to saying, well, men don't deserve that, and I'll do that, but my man don't deserve. See, that's because we've been Americanized. It was things that Haitian men, not just Haitian men, but different cultures that men did that showed their appreciation back to their woman. But when you get stripped from your culture, you out here running wild like a wild dog. It is very important to stick with your culture. Culture will birth foundation in you. These are things you want your kids to see. And the reason why we saying, a man don't deserve that, or maybe he do deserve it, but when we speak negative about that, it's because we speaking from a point of where we are today. We've been stripped from our culture, so you can't say that. It haven't been instilled in you. I'm telling y'all, it's very important to have culture. Not only that, you need to know what type of foods you eat, where you come from. You need to know home remedies that you've done, that your culture have done. You come to America, you're stripped. They teach you how to be an American, a European, you're colonized. Now, I told y'all that's like taking a gorilla and raising them as a hyena. No, you're a gorilla. No, you don't talk like that. No, you don't eat. That ain't the food you eat. So a lot of these older ones that try to hold on to the culture, the legacy, it's hard for them to do it. Why? Because we're so caught up on entertainment, YouTube, Fortnite, video games. These people are trying to make the world one world order, the new world order, one world currency, one world religion, one world everything. We can't have that. We can't have that. You can't go in the jungle and see giraffes running around with zebras. You don't see zebras running around with lions. We are divided. The same thing that Muhammad Ali said. You can learn a lot from animals. We can learn so much from animals. You dig what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, it was so crazy because she was Haitian too. You want to, and I commend that guy in the 2021 for sticking to his cultural roots because he know who he is. When you strip a man of his identity, you don't know who you are. How can you move forward in this world? You are seeing the world through someone else's eyes. Please, people, understand that. if you have a guy in your life that's of culture or of another country or whatever the case may be, it ain't wrong to learn some of those customs, especially if you're going to relate that to American. American is nothing. There's no culture here. All they know is business, business. Screw you over, keep you dumb and in the dark. That's it. I'm Haitian. That's why I get the name Papa Duck from. It comes from being Haitian. People knew who Papa Duck was, they'll know. And I love Haiti. I love IET. At the end of the day, it is a blessing to be attached to a culture or a group of people that have a legacy. Y'all already know what time it is with 1804. La Union, La Force. At the end of the day, what I'm telling you is it's just crazy how these people done stripped us from our nationalities and our cultures. And we're out here like a butt-naked baboon, like I said. Go back to your roots, man. If you don't know where you come from, you damn sure don't know where you're going. And I'm telling you, a lot of us are more powerful than what we think culturally. A lot of us could really be, we could birth more positive things into us, but you're living in a society, which is America, that they don't care to birth you to be a better person. You pretty much pushed out here in the world with limited resources, limited education, but you still got to hold up to the standards of surviving. That don't make sense. I told y'all, you better do your research. These people are savages. They soulless. They don't care. You need to go back to your roots. I would love to go back home and live off the land. Over here, it's just everything is about money. This is what American greed, man. This all this is about. So it just tore me apart how she was so adamant about not continuing the culture. It's just, and she was Haitian also. That's how Americanized she was. She was willing to defame, or she was willing to walk away from her cultural ancestry or her cultural background and exchange that for an American background, which has no culture. But this is when you colonize a group of people. We know you are a gorilla, but we're gonna make you think that you're a hyena. And I'm telling y'all, we can't get away from that. So we need to go back, dig up our roots. And like I said earlier, man, Haitian women, I mean, when I was younger, Haitian women would feed you. We got away from that. Why? Because they want to come over here, be Americanized. Like my dad used to say, once the Haitian women come from Haiti and get over here in America and drink the water over here, they become Americanized. Now I understand what he meant by that. And I seen that same thing happen to a lot of people. You know, once they get over here, it just changed, man. And over here, this is not an environment that is going to cater to you and your culture. You have to do it on your own, because these people all for money. They want to raise you up as a dummy, but then blame you when you can't navigate, give you limited resources. So everything you do in America is really based on you. This ain't the society you want to be grown up in. We all are different. Not everybody think the same, do the same. But if we moved as a culture, as a group, then our energies will pull from each other. Like I told y'all, when you separate, like they saying social distance, it lowers your immune system. So if we all together, what do you think it does to your immune system? Not only that, what does it do to like everything around you? I told y'all, we are cultural people. We supposed to move as a tribe. You get what I'm saying? But they done divided us up. When the police come get your cousin to go to jail, they supposed to get all of us. You don't just come pick one. See, we can learn a lot from animals. Ain't no one animal, ain't no one. You done seen it plenty of time when a lion try to attack a buffalo. What the rest don't do? Or the elephant. What the rest don't do? We ain't finna come just get this one. But we live in a society where we've been brainwashed and we've been taught to think individually. No, man, no such thing as individual, man. It ain't. We move as a group. So with that being said, it just blew my mind. I had to do a video about it. And it's crazy that we done got so far away from our roots. And I just feel as though, man, if someone is around you that's trying to influence you and put you on game with the cultural background that we have as people, man, embrace it. Because a lot of us don't have that. A lot of us are surrounded by people who really don't even care or don't even think that is important. But it is very important. And it's also important for your children to know who the hell they are. You get what I'm saying? If they Haitian, they need to know what Haitian food tastes like. They need to know the language. They need to know all these things. That's just facts. And it's up to us to do it, because the government here in America, they damn sure ain't gonna do it. It's a corporation. What I told y'all, business is your father, religion is your mother. I don't care how you look at the world we live in. Business is your father, religion is your mother. There's no way around it. And this is I told y'all, this is a setup from the beginning. From the day you got born and birthed into this world, we've been birthed into a prison, a prison camp we can't see, taste, or smell, but we know it's there. And I told y'all, we all are at a fight for our mind. You at a war for your mind. What that mean? That means you are at war with your brain, the things that you know and don't know, the things that they keep from you, the things that they don't tell you so that you don't thrive. And I told you, your brain is like a pot of food. If they dump bull in it, if they dump BS inside it, that's all gonna come out of it. And that's all they do. So just because you think you go to college and you know this and you know that, you could be on a track and be articulate, but going into the wrong direction. This is why IQ doesn't exist. It don't exist. Because you, like I keep telling y'all, you could take a Fortune 500 company CEO that made millions and billions for a company. His IQ could be at whatever it is. Let's say 120, 125, 130, whatever. You take that same person with a high IQ, whatever it is, I don't know the number, so don't sit there. So just say that the highest IQ is 130. If his IQ is 130, change his environment. That same Fortune 500 CEO that's in that fake ass matrix, the fake environment, take him out that environment and put him in the hood. That same guy sitting up on a tree that can sit there and drink 411 all day. All he got to do is say to him, hey, how much you want for that suit? Oh, you want to buy that suit? I'll give you a stack for it. He don't even know what a stack is. He's completely lost. This is how I'm trying to get y'all to think and use y'all brain when y'all say, oh, he's smart. That person is only smart based off the environment that he's in. Change the environment, you'll see how smart he is. You'll see how the person in another environment that may not be as financially stable as him, may not even look good as him, smell good as him, but you change the environment. He'll be more of a survival person you want to clean with than that Fortune 500 company, because he's going to be lost like a mug. Same as you take that person and put him in his environment as a Fortune 500 company CEO. He'll be lost. So with that being said, you thrive in the environment that you're in. And we need to stick to being culturally enhanced. You get what I'm saying? We can't just not know where we come from. And it's up to us, man. I know it's up to us to do that, but letting these people, like I say, if you don't create your own reality, they will create it for you. Remember that. Please take that to the grave. If you do not create your reality, they'll create it for you. So I hope I reach somebody, man. Embrace your culture, man. I don't give a damn if you are Dominican, Haitian, Spanish, Mexican, whatever you are. Embrace your culture, because it's up to you to pass that down to your kids so that they can pass that down to their kids. Because if we don't, in the next 100 years, we may live to see that, but if it keep going the way it's going, all these cultures are going to mix, and it's going to go under one umbrella. And the ones who going to control that, because you got to think. Please think, people. If I feed you BS, make you go to school, and by law make you learn this BS, that's all you're going to know. So you literally not going to be, you're not going to be knowledgeable on nothing, because you was never taught. This doesn't exist. This is why they put you in the box. The square. That's some Masonic stuff. We'll get on that later. But anyway, man, I hope y'all learned something from this video. I ain't mean to make it long. Stick to your culture, man. And it's crazy when two people that love each other have cultural differences. But in that case, both of them was Haitian. It's just the guy was more culturally inclined than she was. And it shows you just how dominating being colonized or being Americanized is. So with that being said, man, I love y'all. It's your boy Papa Duck. Please share this message. I'm out.
Hold on. Come on. What the business is, what the